Hello everyone, thanks for checking out the channel. We have a mission request here at Scotty Blades HQ. Being deployed out in the field for long periods of time tends to dwindle supplies pretty quickly. If you want to help support the mission of us giving you the best quality content in the entertainment world that's possible and available, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment under the channel, and spread the good word. A well-equipped operator is the most successful kind of operator. Thank you for your time. And now back to your show.
Putting in the work for you. Putting our lives on the line for the best story. There's no place we won't go. Your number one source for gaming news, The Cutting Edge.
Hello everyone and welcome to The Cutting Edge, the news show that strives to keep you on the cutting edge of all things gaming and entertainment news related. I am your host, Scotty Blade. Today's date is November the 4th, 2019. I've got some intel for you. Let's get started. Blizzard announced at the beginning of Blizzcon that we are getting another installment of the uber popular RPG series Diablo, with the aptly named Diablo 4. The long-awaited sequel will look to rely on its roots of heavy hack and slash looter style combat, but try and take a page out of more recent video game releases and explore a shared world experience. This reveal came way of an extended cinematic trailer that focused on a group of adventurers exploring an unknown secret chamber. Impending doom and dread were the setting, as they had a swarm of demons on their trail and were up against a literal rock in a hard place. The scholar of the group figures out the puzzle, all at the cost of a party member, and the group gains access to the room inside. The group is then met with the fallen comrade, who turns out to be a dark wizard figure who sets up the three adventurers as willing participants in his ritual to bring back his demon overlord, Lilith, the daughter of the Lord of Hatred. Her intro is that of cinematic beauty, with her curved horns on display and the blood of the sacrifices making up her cape, which is draped from the towers where the adventurers now hang in a real show of domination. The recent demo that was available on the show floor for both reporters and players alike had an element of Destiny to it. Players could fight alongside cooperators, along with party members like in past installments, but you could also see other player characters running around inside the world of Sanctuary. These groups were all doing their own things and they're on their own path, completing their own missions. This contributed to reporters saying that the world had more of a feeling of being alive than ever before. For instance, your characters could run into a group of enemies who were alive and well and dug in for a tough fight, or you could run up on a group that's already been laid waste to, as another adventure party has come through, hacked their way to glory, and took all the loot. This adds to the alive feeling that you get from the world of Sanctuary. It will also contribute to the danger you'll feel while also exploring the world. Groups will now stumble across larger and more powerful enemies that'll act kind of like a public event, like very similar to what was available in Destiny. The objective of this, of course, is to get groups to team up together to try to take down the large monster in almost a raid style of combat in order to get better equipment, better loot, and an overall better experience for the parties. It's with this style that Blizzard is hoping that Diablo can really establish a community similar to what you get from playing games like WoW or Destiny. Blizzard has promised to really amp up the horror aspect of the Diablo series. You know, it shouldn't take a whole lot of work for that to happen because you're running around in a world overrun with demons whose only objective in the world is to skin you alive and hang you upside down for your blood to drip to the grass. Man, that sounds really, really bad. This is further supported by the statements made by the head of Blizzard himself, Luis Barriga. Luis, don't be mad at me if I don't pronounce your name right. He summed up the new Diablo experience in the three words: darkness, world, legacy. Barriga went on to say that the game will have more blood and gore. It'll have a lot more occult stuff, such as symbols and rituals. And more importantly, it'll just basically mean that victories will not be as clean or as guaranteed as they were in past installments. Barriga pointed out that the development group really wanted to make Sanctuary stand out as a living, breathing world, and not just a backdrop for you to go store equipment in between missions. Players can now find enemy camps. They can find friendly towns to go and trade stock with NPCs. They can even go to a PvP zone and face off in combat with other players. There were three characters that were on display for the demo that was available on the floor for Blizzard. You have your standard barbarian, your standard sorcerer, and then a new class that was introduced for the first time in Diablo lore, the druid. Blizzard stayed pretty close to the script when it comes to the barbarian. You give him a big axe and he goes and cleaves things in two. They also stayed pretty close to the script with the sorcerer. They shoot really cool spells across the map that look flashy and glitzy, and they do a lot of area of effect damage, and they're a good support unit for the group. The druid, though, seems to play almost like a hybrid between both groups. In the demo, it showed that the druid could transform into a werewolf for up close and personal melee attacks, or transform into a bear and barrel through enemies to give yourself a better tactical advantage as the situation sees fit. Personally, I am very excited for the new installment of Diablo. I'm a Diablo OG from way back when the first Diablo came out on PC years and years ago. Shout out to other barbarian brothers, but my favorite class actually happens to be Necromancer. Something about raising the dead after you just took them out and then making them do all their work for you, and also making armor out of the bones of the dead enemies you just killed, added a certain level of coolness to it that none of the other classes had available during my time playing Diablo years ago. I have played every single installment in the Diablo series, and probably have a few portals still open in some of the town squares in a distant server somewhere that I've forgotten all about. My question to all of you is what is your favorite class in the Diablo series? Did you like some of the new classes that were available, like Paladin in Diablo 3? Or was you also a tried and true hack and slash master and stuck more towards the melee style of the barbarian? We did not get a release date for the new Diablo, but we were informed that it's going to be coming out on most major systems. That'll include the PS4, it'll include the Xbox One, and it'll include the PC. That's it. That's all the intelligence I have for you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay on the cutting edge of all things video game and entertainment news related. It is now time for me to deploy back into the virtual world so I can gather intelligence and report back to you. My name is Scotty Blade. Operators of the gaming community, you have been briefed. Mission complete. I'll see you next time.